PEI. PEI has wonderful, beautiful people, beautiful scenery, and of course, delicious seafood. Welcome to PEI, Canada, MrsCottonCandy Adventures. There he is, Stompin' Tom himself. Stompin' Tom Center, Homestead, and Schoolhouse. And here we are, my darlings, at the Stompin' Tom Center. There's that, and then also here as well. The Stompin' Tom Center in PEI, a national icon like no other. Stompin' Tom helped us understand and appreciate our unique Canadian culture through his songs and about everyday people and pastimes of our nation. At the Stompin' Tom Center, we honor his many contributes to Canada and invite you to learn more about his remarkable life, his ties to Prince Edward Island, and the songs that made him a legend. A man and his music. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you a man who's not only more Canadian than the maple leaf and more faster than a piece of plywood than a hungry beaver, but he's even stomped down more streets than a Peterborough postman. Ladies and gentlemen, make way for the one and only Stompin' Tom Connors. With a smile as wide as the horizon, his guitar and his signature stomping board, Tom Connors from Skinner's Pond, PEI, traveled across Canada, writing and singing of his country he loved, its geographical diversity, communities and people, legends, and his historic events, performing wherever people gathered in small pubs and taverns, clubs and hotel bars, entertainment halls, large and small, across Canada. Stompin' Tom Connors was born February 9th, 1936 in St. John's, New Brunswick. Christmas morning came and the kids all lined up and I arrived the very last one because the marathon told me I couldn't go down until my beds were all properly done. And when my turn came to meet Santa Claus, I can still remember those words that he said. And that's all the presents I have for this year, kids. And I turned away, hanging my head. An Orphan's Christmas, words and music by Tom C. Connor. This is Stompin' Tom's schoolhouse out here. Apparently, they have this is a little museum, not a big. Stompin' Tom is a Canadian icon. Sings a good old hockey game, and if you know anything about Canada, we're all about hockey. Give you a little clip of the good old hockey games on in this video, so you get a little bit of what he's all about. Skinner's Pond Schoolhouse. house of Stompin Tom, Skinner Pond Schools, and way out there is the ocean. It's beautiful. Imagine going to school here. And then this is like come from Craig's Island, from Craig's Island.
Yeah, from Charlottetown or from Summerside, they load him down for the big long ride. He jumps in the cab and he's off. It's Buzz from the right red mud, rolling down the highway's mud. The spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. The from
Edward Island, come from Edward Island.
Yeah, from Charlottetown. All up there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tensions grow, the whistle blows, and it's on the ice. The goalie jumps and then goes for the fans all doing the same. Some roars, body scores, the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game. It's the thing you can name. It's the best thing you can name. It's the good old hockey game.
Players. Where the players are.
Players dash with the skates that flash. I can bring it up and the rest of the way. They storm the trees like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. The shadows slide
Inside, it's an hockey game.
Oh, the good old hockey game. Best game you can name. But the best game you can name. It's the good old hockey game. I came out to playoffs too.
Taking where the players down the rink. The Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champions to drink. Hockey game.
The puck is all deep rooms in front of hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game. It's the best game you can name. And the good old hockey game. It's the good old hockey game.
The good old hockey game. It's the best game you can name. It's the best game you can name. It's the good old hockey game.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you. Said that I win.
So they have a restaurant here, and they have a concert between 1 and 2 every day, which is, I think it's free. But we're having, here's the menu there. This is like the room, and there's like the bar over here. This is the Stompin
They're better to
Tom.
know the school, you'll see bound coast, Metro Mountain, Kingstar, and tree riding. Ronnie Toss, you ever have a sign or a wish for me?
The biggest thing of all, of course, Tom was married to Lena Welch in 1973. She just actually left on Thursday. She was down here in Prince Edward Island. We flew back together. I flew to Ontario with Lena. We supposed to stop at Tom. She's a sweetheart. She mentioned to me she had my last record. She goes, there was something I didn't like about your last record. I said, what was that? She goes, you didn't record a Scott the Pound song. I said, I didn't know I could. She said you could. So I just recorded one a couple days ago. Anyhow, that was the biggest thing for her. She got married to Tom in 1973. Now, a pretty cool piece of information is Tom is the only Canadian artist that had his wedding televised. Over 2 million people watched Tom and Lena get married on TV. They actually gave people around here on PEI time off so they could go watch them get married. Kind of cool. And while I was talking to Lena, I asked her about the wedding. I said, anything stand out? Like, something I can tell people about the wedding? She said, oh yeah, she was Johnny Burke and Eastman. They were the house band in Toronto. And she said, Tom wanted a cake made of lobster. And I'm like, white cake with lobsters? And she said, no, the whole cake was made of lobster. It was a 3-tier cake made of just lobster meat. I mean, I like lobster, but but it'd be something that stands out for sure, right? Now, another big thing that happened in 1973 for Tom, by this time, radio stations weren't playing Tom anymore. They considered him to be a novelty act, didn't fit the criteria, all that sort of deal, right? So this went on to be one of Tom's biggest songs of all, without the help of radio. He'd already built a big enough following by the time 1973 rolled around. Now the song he released in 1973 without the help of radio was called The Good Old Hockey Game. But he didn't even need the radio stations. He'd already had a big enough fan base by this point. I normally ask if anybody would like to give me a hand. No pressure. If you want to give me a hand, you don't have to sing. I got a Stompin stick. Newfoundland, they call these uppy sticks. But this is the Stompin stick. I just got a boot, tambourine, and a hat. Now Tom was taller than this, but he's probably not as skinny as that. Anyway, this is all. I just need somebody. If somebody wants to give me a hand. No pressure. You don't have to listen. Some days I had somebody I don't. I'm going to leave it here. If you want to, come on up and join me. Anyhow, you can. That's all right there. Yeah, you. Come on up. Hold on, I'm going to stop this. I got two of them.
Oh, I got two of them.
Oh, come on up. Oh, he wants to dance. Perfect. What's your name? We got Leo over here, now we got dancers. The whole thing just took another level. Here we go, right from the top. When I go like this, Leo, perfect. And for the job. Well, hell, go out to the hockey fair. It's not tonight. Then you roll and the whistle blows, and the puck goes down on the ice, and the players bump and the ponies jump. The fans all go to stay. Summer overs, hockey scores, the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. All right, second period. Now you keep going. I'm gonna stop. You're doing great. There's the players now, and the skates are back, and the home team's really behind it. And they grab that puck and go bursting up. First chance to go across the line. They snort the drink like a buffalo bean, rattle like a burning flame. See them slide, the puck inside. It's the 1-on-1 hockey game. Oh, the hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. All right, third period now. Final game, playoff two. Now taking where the hockey players face off down the ring, and the Stanley Cups all filled up for the chance to win a drink. And the final flick on the hockey stick, what guy gets green? The puck is hit, the whole team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Now let's sing it now. Hockey game is the best thing you can name. We got it out. Oh, hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Shoot the scores!
It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down a highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now from Charlottetown or from Summerside, they load him down for the big long ride. He jumps in the cab and he's off with the Pride Sebagos. He's got to catch the boat to make Clementine, then he hits up that old New Brunswick line. To Montreal he comes just a-flying with another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now the Ontario Provincial Police don't think much of Bud. Yeah, the cops have been looking for the son of a gun that's been ripping the tire off the 401. They know the name on the truck shines up in the sun. Green Gables. But he hits Toronto and at 7 o'clock when he backs her up again the terminal dock and the boys gather round just to hear him talk about another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now I know a lot of people from east to west that like the Spuds from the island best, 'cause they'll stand up to the hardest test. Right on the table. So when you see that big trucker rolling by, wave your hand or kind of wink your eye, 'cause that's Bud the Spud from old PEI with another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling, because he's got another big load of the best doggone potatoes that's ever been growed. And they're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island.